A tragic maritime accident occurred on the night of May 17th when the Mexican Navy stall training ship, Cuauhtémoc, collided with the historic Brooklyn Bridge, resulting in the loss of 2 lives and injuries to at least 20 crew members. The incident has sent shockwaves through both the naval and civilian communities and prompted an international investigation into what caused the vessel to lose control in one of the world's busiest waterways, the Cuauhtémoc, a celebrated naval training ship often referred to as the Ambassador of the Seas, is a symbol of Mexican naval pride. The ship was on a global goodwill tour, representing Mexico on an international stage and participating in diplomatic events across various countries. It had recently docked in New York City as part of its mission to promote friendship and cultural exchange. As part of naval tradition, crew members were stationed along the ship's masts in full ceremonial uniform, a visually stunning but inherently risky maneuver meant to honor each port the ship visits. Tragically, this ceremony took a devastating turn when the ship began to drift uncontrollably toward the Brooklyn Bridge. Preliminary reports from maritime authorities suggest that the Cuauhtémoc lost engine power just moments before the crash. Without propulsion, the ship became vulnerable to the strong currents of the East River, which pushed the vessel directly into the bridge's lower support structure. The collision caused significant structural damage to the ship's rigging and hull. Crew members, many of whom were perched high on the masts at the time, were thrown from their positions, leading to multiple injuries and the confirmed deaths of 2 sailors. Emergency response teams from the NIPT Harbor Unit, the U.S. Coast Guard, and local fire departments rushed to the scene. Medical personnel provided first aid to injured sailors, several of whom were later transported to nearby hospitals with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The identities of the deceased have not yet been released pending notification of next of kin. In a statement released earlier today, the Mexican Navy expressed its profound grief and solidarity with the families of the fallen, describing the incident as a heartbreaking moment in the ship's otherwise proud and honorable history. The Navy pledged full transparency and cooperation with U.S. maritime authorities as a formal investigation is launched. Experts in maritime safety and navigation have already begun reviewing data from the ship's log, communication records, and onboard systems to determine the root cause of the power failure. Investigators will also analyze the ship's route, the weather conditions at the time of the accident, and any possible mechanical or human errors that may have contributed to the disaster. The Brooklyn Bridge, one of New York City's most iconic landmarks, sustained minor cosmetic damage but remains structurally sound. Officials are conducting inspections to ensure public safety and have temporarily restricted maritime traffic in the area until further notice. This tragic event highlights the complex challenges of navigating large sailing vessels through urban waterways. It also raises important questions about international maritime safety standards and the protocols surrounding ceremonial naval traditions in potentially hazardous environments. The global naval and diplomatic community has since expressed an outpouring of condolences. Tributes are pouring in from across the world in honor of the sailors who died in service, representing their nation with dignity and pride. As New York recovers from the shock of this incident and investigations continue, the memory of those lost will serve as a somber reminder of the risks faced by those who dedicate their lives to maritime service and international diplomacy. We will continue to monitor this developing story and bring you the latest updates as more information becomes available. If you found this report informative, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more breaking news, in-depth reporting, and global coverage that matters. Your support helps us bring accurate, timely, and impactful news to you every day.